Jamaica is one of my favorite places to visit, so I would like to talk a little bit about that today. Jamaica is one of the most beautiful and culturally rich islands in the world, but it's also a very poor country, and it depends very heavily on tourism. It's the third largest of the Caribbean islands and the largest island in the English-speaking Caribbean. It lies 90 miles south of Cuba. It has more than 100 rivers which wind through the forested mountains, and nearly half of the island is over 900 feet above sea level, so you can always see a mountain in Jamaica wherever you are. The largest city and the capital of Jamaica is Kingston on the southeast side of the island. However, the tourism industry is concentrated along the north coast, especially Montego Bay and Ocho Rios, and in Negril, which is on the western tip of Jamaica. Montego Bay is Jamaica's second largest city, and the city that tourists who are visiting Mo Bay, as we like to call it, Ocho Rios and Negril typically fly into. It's often called the other capital of Jamaica. The drive from the airport toward the bay reveals that Montego Bay's long dynamic hip strip as it meanders along the waterfront. Buzzing with activity day and night, the hip strip has a variety of restaurants, cafes, souvenir shops, water sports, and of course their fabulous beach. Ocho Rios is the place where fun and excitement magically blend with rest and relaxation. Days are warm and mellow, and nights are enchanting. Situated on Jamaica's north coast, about halfway between Montego Bay and Port Antonio, this area offers a variety of white sand beaches, cliffs jutting into sparkling aquamarine sea, and roaring waterfalls. The most famous, of course, is the Dunn's River Falls. Visitors from all over the island climb this famous 600-foot waterfall. Trained guides lead small groups up the tiered rocks, assuring safety and a fun-filled experience. The guides also fill in as your own personal photographer, capturing those precious moments on film or videotape. You want to make sure you have a couple of bucks in your pocket to appropriately tip them for that service. Downtown Ocho Rios wraps around the half-moon-shaped harbor and receives thousands of visitors annually via cruise ships. Complementing the bustling downtown area are outlying regions with fantastic choices of resorts, hotels, and villas. About 1 hour west of the Montego Airport is Negril, which is famous for its a magnificent view of sea and sunset. Jamaica is one of the most popular places for destination weddings. Currently, visitors can be married 48 hours after arriving in Jamaica, and the cost of a marriage license is very nominal. Blood tests are not required, and many resorts and hotels will make the wedding arrangements for guests. Please make sure that you check with the resort or the Jamaican government each time you're assisting a customer with a wedding plan, as these restrictions are subject to change. Jamaica is home to many golf courses, with more being built all the time. They are mostly concentrated on the north coast. The Ritz-Carlton's White Witch is a good suggestion for those customers who are looking for a golf challenge and is located just outside of Montego Bay. Dining in Jamaica will certainly include famous jerk, which is barbecued, highly seasoned chicken, pork, sausage, or fish, and it's spiced with pimento, pepper, and other spices. For beverages, you'll want to try local brands such as Ting, which is a grapefruit-flavored soft drink, and Red Stripe, the local beer. Jamaica is also known for its Appleton Estate rum and Blue Mountain coffee. Now, some do's and don'ts in Jamaica. Do try to get a taste of Jamaican music, which is known as reggae. It was developed in the 1960s by the late Bob Marley. Do remember that nothing happens terribly fast in Jamaica, so relax and adopt the island mantra, no problem, man. Don't let the frenzy of the street vendors prevent you from shopping in the craft markets. A polite no is all it takes if you're not interested in their wares. Do make sure that you have a valid U.S. passport, which is required for entry into Jamaica. And most importantly, do interact with the people. The Jamaicans are warm, friendly people who are Jamaica's greatest resource. Often visitors who are staying at the very popular all-inclusive resorts don't take the opportunity to leave the property and meet these people. So when you're making reservations at one of the many outstanding all-inclusive resorts like the Sandals or the Super Clubs, remind your customers to get out and meet the people. Their laughter, warmth, and musical dialect will help you understand why visitors return to Jamaica again and again.